Good evening, everyone. Welcome to This Family Life. I am Misty, and today I wanted to sit down and talk with you about 5 ways to save money in your grocery budget. So this is a new thing I wanted to do, is kind of sit down and bring you some different tips and tricks every week, some things that you can change, just different ways to help you improve your grocery shopping experience and your budgeting for groceries as well. And so today I've got 5 things that we'll touch on, and I've already started generating future lists. So we'll see how far we can take that, how many things we can come up with that are just quick, easy ways to save us money in the store. And if you hear Bonnie barking, I apologize in advance. She is outside with me, and we have a new game we like to play of barking at the chickens next door. So the dogs don't even have to be out. If she can hear the chickens, she will bark at them. So she's hanging out over there. She's just waiting. She's waiting for it. She's ready for those chickens to make a peep at her, and she's gonna let them know she's there. See my little vein I have going down my head? Can't seem to make that go away sometimes. Anyways, so here are our tips for today. So tip number 1 is we are going to have to all get with the program. It is the digital age, and whether we like it or not, we are going to have to sign up for shopper loyalty cards, because stores are no longer going to have deals available to you if you don't have a loyalty card with them. We have just got to that point where you're gonna have to have that card in order to load store coupons to it, to get the deals that are offered in the ads. Some stores used to allow you to kind of get away with saying, like, I don't have a phone or I don't have an app. Those days are coming to an end very quickly. So a lot of coupons are also, like, non-store coupons are only offered through apps now. Things like coupons.com, which is going to Shopmium. You've got other rebate apps as well. All of those things to save you money are all going digital. So I know a lot of people in the past didn't want to give their information away. I understand that. I've been through business school, right? So I have my business degree, and I took a whole class on these types of programs and giving your information away, and just how quickly we give it away on Facebook, how quickly we give it away on Twitter, how quickly we give away our information in multiple venues, right? It's not just a loyalty card. And all the stores are doing with that is targeting coupons to you based off of your purchase history. And they're using that purchase history to understand what products should be in their stores, what consumers are looking to buy. So we're just going to have to get with the program. We're going to have to accept that this is where it's going. If you want lower prices, you're going to have to participate in the loyalty card program, because that's where you're going to load your coupons, both manufacturer coupons and store coupons, as well as the things that are in the ad sometimes require you to clip something in their app. If you want to earn 2 or 4 times the fuel points, you're going to have to clip those coupons. If you want to get fuel points, you're going to have a shopper's card. So we have just hit that point in time where that's going to be a must. In programs like Kroger Cashback, you've got to have it on your loyalty card. And so it's not just the loyalty card. Sign up for rebate apps, because again, what they are using your information for is to help products understand what is selling, what are people willing to try. They're really not trying to use your data in ways that are going to hurt you. They are trying to use your data in ways that are going to benefit you. So you have to decide. And I know there are some people out there that are not going to give their information away, and that is fine. But it is saving me a ton of money. I have saved over $2,000 on Ibotta alone. That doesn't include the gift cards I've got back through Fetch or through Merrifield. It also doesn't include the rebates I've got back through coupons.com and now Shopmium. So it has saved my family a lot of money. So getting with the digital age, getting on your loyalty card, step number 1, and rebate apps, right? So step number 2 is you're gonna have to learn how to shop your ads. Just because it's in the ad does not mean it's a good deal. I promise you. That's what they want you to think. That does not make it true. One of the ones that I always use an example of bad, do not believe it, is Brookshire's. Brookshire's loves to have these sales. Buy one, get one for a penny. Okay. Or, buy one, get one free. And people think, wow, that's like 50% off, right? If you look at it, I'm buying two, I'm getting one for free. So it's 50% off, right? True. But their items are so overpriced that you can usually buy 2 or 3 at another store for the price you're paying for the one. So you're not really saving anything. You have to be careful. And this is why I say, look at your ads, look at your ad previews on Tuesdays, okay? You can pull almost every grocery store's ad on Tuesday, and they don't start until Wednesday. And then what you can do is go through the ad, identify items that you're interested in. You can see, what was it already priced at the store? Like my Kroger this week has lunch meat on sale for $2.99. However, it was already $2.99. So just because it's in the ad doesn't mean it was on sale. It wasn't on sale. It was not a good deal. It wasn't worth stocking up on. It was the same exact price that it already was the week before. So what you have to do is learn to shop the loss leader items. Learn to look for the big sale items and stock up on those items. So it could be like ice cream. I know that doesn't sound like something you'd want to stock up on, right? It's not a healthy item. However, Bluebell has gone up to $9.99 for a half gallon of ice cream. That's ridiculous. So when it goes on sale for $4.99 or $3.99, that's when I'm going to stock up on it. It is a loss leader. They're not making any money off of that purchase, and that's fine. I don't care. But I'm saving a lot of money on it. And then I have ice cream when I want it, and I don't have to pay $9.99 for it. So look for the loss leader items. Look for the big sale items. Go to the store, buy it, and run. Don't buy the things that aren't a good sale price. Now, does this mean you can never go off list? Absolutely not. As you've seen me do when I go to the store and I find those manager specials, I absolutely, if I have space for them or if I need them, I will stock up on them, okay? And so don't be afraid to go off your list in that way, okay? But don't go in the store with, here's my loss leaders, here's what I'm going to stock up on, and then just start buying everything. Don't go in the store and say, well, while I'm here, I'm going to get a Red Baron pizza. While I'm here, I'm going to pick up a 12-pack of Coke. While I'm here, I'm going to get XYZ, a bag of chips, a thing of cookies. Buy those things when they're on sale. Stock them up. Don't buy them when they're full price, okay? So that's something you have to learn to do is shop the ad, build your list around those loss leader items, start stocking up on those things so that you don't have to pay for them when they're more expensive. But again, don't be afraid to go off list when you find a great deal. When you find a great deal, stock up on it, okay? So number 3 would be learn where to find your store markdowns, okay? So in my Brookshire's, I know they're scattered. It's scattered throughout the meat section. They have one little section for clearance, but I've found it scattered throughout, consistently scattered throughout. And then their bakery stuff is actually nowhere near the bakery. It's over by the frozen foods, okay? Then at my Kroger, I've learned where the produce markdowns are. I've learned where the meat markdowns are. I've also learned that Kroger meat markdowns stink in my area. They are never good. Brookshire's is actually where to go for meat markdowns, which I told you, Brookshire's usually doesn't have great prices, but the meat markdowns are. And so I've learned where to look for clearance pizza at my Kroger, right? Where the clearance bakery stuff is. So you have to start shopping enough in your stores to know where the markdown areas are and consistently check them. Every time you go to the store, check them. That's what I always do. I have my own little path around my Kroger now, and I make sure that I hit all of those areas. Do I buy stuff in all of those areas every time? Absolutely not. But I do consistently find good deals in the bakery rack. I consistently find good deals in the produce area. And like I said, even though Kroger doesn't have the best meat markdowns, I do always look because you just never know, okay? You just never know. So number 4 is begin to learn your store prices. This one can be a little tricky, especially if it's something you've never paid attention to, okay? Start paying attention. A lot of YouTubers sell a book. Okay, they will sell you a book where you can write down the items at your store and like the prices at 4 different stores and start to learn your prices that way. I have no problem with that. I'm not going to sell you a book. I use a notebook. And honestly, I don't even do it that way 99% of the time. If I think something's a good deal, I'm gonna look. I have a phone, right? We all have phones. You can Google it, you can go to Walmart.com and see if it's better price than your Walmart. You can go to Kroger's website or app or whatever, Target, Brookshire's, Tom Thumb. They all have apps, okay? I can see very quickly what the price is at another store. Is this a good price? Is it not a good price? But the more you shop smart and the more you look for those loss leaders and you start looking up prices, you're gonna learn your prices pretty quick in your area. And you're gonna know, okay, chicken is normally $4.99 a pound. I've just found it for $1.77 a pound. That's when I'm gonna stock up on it, okay? Or like those Sunland chicken breasts you keep seeing me buy, is because I'll find them where a 4-pound bag is $2.47. You most of the time can't even find a pound of chicken for $2.47 a pound right now. So I know it's a great price. Stock up on it. You're gonna have to start paying attention. You're gonna have to start learning those prices. And once you do that, and once you get comfortable doing that, then you won't have to look them up anymore, because you'll know in my area, milk is $3.18 for a gallon of milk. Okay, so it's on sale at Kroger for $1.99. Obviously, that's a better price. You're gonna start learning that. It takes a little bit of time. Give yourself some grace. I've screwed up. From time to time, I'll buy something thinking I got a great deal, and then I'll find out the next week it goes on sale better, right? So it's not a perfect science, but you're gonna start learning your prices. And if you need a book to do it, don't hesitate to buy a book to do it. Everybody needs something different, but I just use journal paper. I just keep notebooks full of stuff. I'm old school. I like paper and pen, but I don't need to buy a special book for $20, $30 to write my prices in. I can do it on my own notebook that I paid $1 for or less in the school supply section. So the last one, tip number 5, is you do not need to be store or brand specific anymore. Okay, so I know growing up, my grandmother shopped at Minyards, and that is where we went every single week for groceries. My grandmother is still like this today. If she was still able to go to the grocery store, she would only shop at Albertsons. That is it. My brother only shops at Albertsons. That's it. Can't do that. I mean, if that's the only grocery store you have, then yeah, you're gonna have to do that. But for those of us that live in cities that have more than one grocery store, you're gonna have to start shopping around. You're gonna have to compare prices, and you may have to go to more than one grocery store in order to get the best deals. So in my town, I live in a small town, right? We have H-E-B. That's our grocery store, okay? So besides H-E-B, we have Walmart and we have Target. Neither one of them, I mean, the Walmart, I guess you can consider it a full-size grocery store, but it's not a super Walmart by any means. The Target's not a super Target, so it doesn't have a full grocery section either. We have an Aldi, but it's very small, and it doesn't have a lot of great deals in there compared to the stores I normally go to. We also have a little Foodland Market, but again, usually not great deals there either. So the stores I actually end up going to, if I'm going to Sam's, there's a Tom Thumb on the way. I'll stop in Tom Thumb. However, my biggest store that I shop at, Kroger and Brookshire's, are on my way home from work. So I pass by them every single day. So I don't have to make another trip into the next town over to go, because I'm already coming through there. So that's what I do. Whatever day of the week that they're offering 2 for times the fuel points, I'll plan. That's the day I'm going to stop. On my way home, I'm going to get my groceries. They are one exit apart on my way home. I'll go to Kroger, get back on the freeway, go up one exit, go to Brookshire's. Okay. So you just have to make yourself do it. You have to make yourself get comfortable with going more than one place. The good news is we are getting a Tom Thumb in my city. I don't know when it's going to be built. They've broke ground, but it's, a long ways off. But it'll be nice to have that, because they do have some great deals in their ads. So, like I said, the only time I really go to Tom Thumb is if I'm going all the way to Sam's Club. So don't worry about being loyal to one store. Go where you can get good prices. With that being said, though, watch how much time and gas you're spending, okay? If I'm having to spend a whole Sunday to go buy groceries, I'm wasting too much time and I'm wasting too much gas. So you have to kind of figure it out. I'm not wasting gas to go to multiple stores because I'm doing it on my way home from work. I'm going right by there anyways. So figure out your routes, make sure you're being fuel efficient, all of those good things. So the other part of that is stop being brand specific, okay? I know we all have those brands we like. My mother loves Brahms milk, okay? My mom would rather spend $20 and go out of her way to go to Brahms to buy a gallon of milk than to go to Kroger and buy a gallon of milk at Kroger. It's just how she is. But it has gotten so expensive to go to Brahms for a gallon of milk that my mom's learned, hey, you know, the milk at Kroger is really okay. It's fine. I don't know why I was so worried about always going to Brahms for it. So she's quit doing that. I've quit doing that with a lot of things. I used to be very brand specific on like canned vegetables, bread, different things like that, until the prices just, you guys know, in the last year, the prices have just gotten nuts. It's gotten crazy. And so I'm not brand specific anymore. My family likes butter bread best. So guess what? Whoever's butter bread is on sale that week, that's whose butter bread we're going to have. And in fact, if I'm going through Fort Worth for any particular reason, I'll stop at the Mrs. Baird's outlet and I'll buy 4, 5, 6 loaves there for a fraction of the price you get it at the grocery store. And I'll stick it in my deep freeze and pull them out one at a time. But you may have to change what brands you buy. And that's okay. We have learned that we like all the different brands of canned vegetables. There's really not been one that we've pulled out that wasn't as good as the others. And what I've learned is a lot of those are manufactured and canned in the same factories. It is just different labels. A lot of breads, like Mrs. Baird's Bakery in Fort Worth actually makes a ton of different products. They make little, like the Entenmann's, they make Mrs. Baird's, they make Bimbo bread products. There's like a whole bunch of different companies that they make the products there. And my husband was actually telling me beer companies do the same thing. Like one beer manufacturer actually will make a ton of different brands of beer in their factory. And I didn't realize that beer companies did that. So don't be brand specific, right? It's okay to shop around. Another example would be like frozen pizzas. I would not buy a frozen pizza if it was not Red Baron. That was, to me, that's like the best frozen pizza, but it's gotten so expensive. And so if we find like Screamin' Sicilian or we find Tony's or something on sale, we might do that. But I've just learned to make my own pizza too. So quit being so loyal to brands and start being loyal to pricing and to your budget. That's what I would say, is be loyal to your budget, right? Sorry, I'm gonna tap my screen because it's kind of going out on me here. And then I think I will give y'all a bonus one. And you've seen me do this week after week. It's not on my list. I was looking at my list to make sure I didn't miss anything I wanted to tell y'all. But the last one to me is, don't be afraid to start a little stockpile area in your house, okay? So you find those good deals and you buy one for now and you buy 2 for later, right? Or you say, I'm gonna spend $5 this week, or I'm gonna spend $10 this week. I'm gonna stock up on something so that I have one I can use and I have some I can put aside, okay? And you're also gonna have to like decide what's important to you to buy, okay? We have decided at like $7 and $8 a box, cereal is not important to us to buy. Okay, we don't buy cereal anymore unless it's on sale, which you've seen me do. Like if Fruity Pebbles go on sale for $1, $2 a box, my daughter loves Fruity Pebbles. I will buy her Fruity Pebbles, right? But you have to decide, is that an important purchase to make or not in my budget? At $6, $7, $8 a box, cereal's not important in this house. So I prep pancakes, waffles, French toast, different things. I freeze it in batches, breakfast sandwiches, sausage biscuits. I prep all of that and I wrap it up and I put it in the freezer. And then I ask the kids the night before, what do you want for breakfast tomorrow? This kid wants waffles. This kid wants French toast. I pull 1 packet of each out of the freezer. I stick them in the fridge. they zap them in the microwave or put them in the toaster oven the next day. Boom, breakfast is done, fraction of the price. I'm not spending $7 on a box of cereal. And also, can we talk shrinkflation for a second? Like, the packages are getting smaller and my kids are getting older, so they're eating more. And so a box of cereal now in my house, 2, maybe 3 days of breakfast for $7. That's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Not and stay to a budget. So don't be afraid to stock up on things and then utilize that in your pantry, utilize that in your cooking. Start planning around what you have. I know it takes a little while to build up a little bit of a stock, right? It does. It takes a little while, but it doesn't take that long. When you start adding a few items in each week, it doesn't take that long. I promise you it doesn't. I got my chest freezer and my husband was like, it's going to take you forever to fill that thing because you've already got an indoor freezer. You've got the outdoor freezer. No, it didn't. You watch those, like I said, you walk around your store, you check for things, you stock up on things, you stock up on deals, and the next thing you know, you're going to have a freezer full too. Or you're going to have a rack in your laundry room with food on it ready for your family. And so that's the best tips I can give you today. That's 5 plus a bonus, right? So there you go. 6 tips on how you can save money at the grocery store starting today. You can put these things into practice today and you can see a change very quickly, very quickly. So the days of just going to the store and wandering the aisles and throwing stuff in the buggy have to come to an end, okay? It's killing your budget. I promise you it is. But I promise you if you'll get motivated to save money at the grocery store, you can do it. You can. And I just give it a try. Like when I started this, my husband was like, I don't see any way you're going to stick to this. Because I used to love to do that, right? I'd go to the grocery store. I'd let the grocery store tell me what I needed, right? I'd let the kids tell me what we needed. But guess what? Nobody's going hungry. We have more food in the house than we've ever had. We have food security. I can cook any meal I want any night of the week. My mom is coming to town. They'll be here tomorrow. She was like, we should go buy hot dogs and I'll make you barbecue weenies. It was one of my favorite foods growing up that my mom made. And I'm like, Mom, I have hot dogs in the freezer. I got you. We don't need to go to the store. And then she was like, okay, well, one night I want to make chicken fried steak for your husband because he loves my homemade chicken fried steak. So I'll go to Kroger and I'll get cube steak. I was like, Mom, I got cube steak in the freezer. I got you. All we got to do is pull it out and thaw it out. And she's like, well, what about if we make salmon one night? I was like, I got it. I got salmon in the pantry. So even my mom's like, wow, because she's constantly having to go to the store for something. So I promise you, if you'll give all of these tips a try and you'll start being smart and stocking up on things, it will over time make your life a lot easier because you'll have what you need. And with that being said, I think I'm out of pork chops. So that's one I've got to start watching for. But that's another thing is I don't buy it just because I'm out of it. Okay, I wait till it goes on sale and then I'll stock up on it. Yes, I would love some thick cut pork chops right now to cook in the slow cooker all day with that yummy gravy and serve it with rice, and that would be so good. But it's okay. I'm gonna live without that meal and I'm gonna cook something that I have at home. So it's gonna save me money not to go to the store and pay full price for pork chops right now. I can be patient, I can wait, and you can too, I promise. You will learn very quickly. If you can get motivated to do this, you will be like, it is worth the wait to save the money. It is every time worth the wait to save the money, I promise. So that is all I have for you for today. So I hope you will like the video. I hope you will subscribe and stick around for some more tips. I have another 5 tips coming your way next week. And if you've got some great grocery, budget tips, leave them in the comments. Let's start a conversation. Let's share our tips. What are you doing at the store that is helping save you money on your grocery bill? Especially in 2023, we need all the help we can get. Prices keep going up. Inflation keeps going up. No matter what they say, a couple of things will come down and it just seems like everything else keeps going up. And shrinkflated items. I mean, we've got lots of things going on, and I keep hearing all these different shortages we're going to have this year, and I try not to put a lot of faith in that kind of stuff because I'll wait and see, right? But we need all the help we can get. We need a community. We need to watch each other's backs. So if you've got money saving tips, drop them in the comments. I will see you next week with some more money saving tips for your grocery bill. Bye.